Yes, today we are going to refresh the Unit 3 under the practical approach. First, we shall go for the IoT key features. IoT key features, as you know it very well, it is having artificial intelligence, connectivity, sensors, active engagement of the sensors, and the small devices. Small devices in the sense the devices can be placed anywhere, portable. That is the meaning of small devices. Let us study one by one. AI. As the AI feature, AI component is the smartness. Smartness is nothing but something that can imitate the human being. As it is said, virtually anything can be made smart using IoT, it is said, with the power of the data collection, artificial algorithms, then the internetwork. Enhancing the, for example, a refrigerator and cabinets, for example, in the kitchen, especially in the kitchen, they can be made smart. Example, it is shown, detect when milk is not present in the cabinet or the refrigerator. For example, cereal runs low. The kitchen item, that is cereal, is running low, then it can be detected, communicated with the another IoT device, then server, then internet, then the person or the grocery shop, and place an order with your preferred grocer. That's what I said. The second one is the connectivity. So remember, we are dealing with the key features of IoT key features, which is a standard question. Connectivity. So because of IoT and revolution in the internet network, the small networks which are specially designed for IoT communication can provide us a much smaller and cheaper networking. So that is the meaning of the second IoT feature, that is connectivity. The third one, sensors. Sensors, you can say, of course, all the components present in the IoT system are important, but sensors will make them more useful and applicable. Sensors, as it is said that every day one or the other sensors will be designed throughout the world. IoT loses its distinction without sensors. So sensor, if it is not there, or old sensors are there, or routine temperature sensor or something like that, it is there, it loses its distinction. It is distinct to the other systems nowadays and more application oriented. They act as defining instruments which transform the IoT from a standard passive network into an active system capable of real world integration. Real world, now some parameter increases or decreases above or below a threshold value. The sensor captures the data, sends it to the IoT device. IoT device, along with some processing power, it will process and sends it to an actuator. Actuator may be an alarm, or it may be closing down or opening the nozzle of a water pipe where the fire is extincted. Active management. Well, the focus should be placed on active content. Active content compared to the passiveness. Active content. Real time, some real event is happening. The data is collected. So then the examples can be numerous. At the same time, the data collected is going to decide something. It will be more applicable in defense. Some missile is coming nearer us. So the data should be collected without delay. It should be shoot in the space itself. So that is active content, active product, and active service engagement. So without much delay, at the same time one event is occurring, another event can be made occurring. That is the active engagement. Unlike passive, like some data is collected, analysis, of course that is also important. So active, passive engagement, that means data is collected, some graphs, some conclusions, some algorithms are applied, some conclusion is drawn, then some decision is taking that this supermarket, the particular this item is, or this grocery, this one, grains are falling shortage, next coming festival is this, so it can be made available to the customers. So that is also important equally, but this is time sensitive, which is nothing but the meaning of active engagement. The next one is the what you can say, the size, small device. Devices as predicted have become smaller, cheaper, and more powerful over the time. They are becoming smaller, cheaper, and more powerful, which is the requirement of today's scenario. Smaller, they should become smaller and smaller, so they can be embedded in human body or an existing system like a car keychain, smaller, and anywhere where it is required, smaller, small size, cheaper, affordability. The person gets a cheaper items more compared to the costlier one. So the cheaper. It applies to the designer also. The entire system, if we want to make it cheaper, the every component should be cheaper. So this is a cheaper one. More powerful. At the same time, it is a trade-off. If the cheaper system, less powerful. But that is not the case here. We have beaten that particular trade-off. That if you want quality, the cost will be more. So this is beaten here, and the more powerful over a time, more powerful, even though it is cheaper and small. So that is the what we can say, that is the capacity or the feature of the IoT. Of course, at the same time, precision, scalability, versatility are also there. I think I need not explain the precision. Precision is nothing but it is synonymous to the accuracy, how much it is away from the expected value. Scalability, so when the system has to be grown up or grown down, scalability also will be there. Versatility, how much areas it can be used. Advantages. Advantages: improved customer engagement. Improved customer engagement. There are 4 listed advantages: technology optimization, reduced waste, and enhanced collection. As it can be seen, customer will be very much actively engaged. What you can say, the current trend without customers' engagement suffers significantly by the flaws, which you can call it as the blind spots. To avoid that, we need customer engagement. Customer should give the feedback about the product without any bias. Like for example, this company I like, so I will be liking it or disliking it. So that should not be there. So that is what the today's we can say blind spot or significant flaw in accuracy. Because the customer engagement is passive. But the IoT completely transforms this to achieve richer and more effective engagement with the audience. Technology optimization. The same technology and the data which improve the customer experience also improve the device use. Because the customer is involved, customer experience, okay, is improved, the device use also is being improved. More potent improvements to the technology are being added. IoT unlocks the critical functional and field data. Field data, let us make it little bit a point, because this makes the sense, how the technology is optimized here. Earlier days when IoT or sensors were there, the system was there, but not under the IoT title, but that was not given a boost. Something, if you want to explore, it has to be identified, and a domain new domain has to be created. New actors will come, new scientists will come. So that is how the technology grows. Of course, these things were there. Sensors were there, processors were there, computers were there, relays were there, the switches were there, on off, everything was there. But that was identified and put under the title IoT technology, where it is being flourished, developed, focused. Like. So, field data is the point we need. In the field, okay, when IoT is taking the role in the industry, it can be very well used in the fields where it can sense various parameters like moisture content, soil moisture content, then the rainfall, then the weather, the air speed, then what you can say, temperature also can be sensed in the field. Accordingly, it will help the farmer to grow more and more effectively. Reduced waste. Effective management of the sources, which will reduce the waste. Effective management. I think if you little bit think about this, it will definitely give the meaning of reduced waste. Whatever may be the raw material, taking from the, what you can say, kitchen to the farmer to the industry. If we use the effective management of the resources are available, effectively use it, so that nothing goes waste. Say for example, good apple, but it is thrown in the dustbin by an inaccurate system. So that can be avoided. So waste is reduced. Waste is during dressing, during pre-processing of vegetables, grains, okay, sorting. Sorted rice, sorted wheat we observe in the market, where the small particles, waste particles from the grains are being removed. Using IoT and its technology, the waste can be reduced. Enhanced data collection, the last advantage of the IoT. Again, the passive word is everywhere hampering us, so we are trying to make it active using the IoT. It is the modern technology, collection of data, suffers from the limitations and the passive use. IoT breaks it out of those spaces and places it exactly where the humans really want to go to analyze our world. It allows an accurate picture of everything. Enhanced data collection. Enhanced data collection. The data is not randomly collected. The data is intelligently collected. The collection of data is itself controlled. Randomly, every data is not necessary to collect. Enhanced data collection. Disadvantages, as everyone knows, advantages and disadvantages come in the same package. We cannot rule the system because of its disadvantage, but it is always our efforts to overcome the disadvantages or convert them into the advantages. Like weaknesses should be converted into the strength. Like security, privacy, complexity, flexibility, and compliance. So these are 5 disadvantages. These will be there in almost all the systems. All the systems. Any system, new system comes into the market or industry, okay, or anything, security rises. Security. How? How another third person which can steal the data? Attackers. Privacy. So the data belonging to somebody, say for example me itself, my data, Aadhaar card number or something like that, is exposed to everyone. Personal data. So that threat is also there. So the algorithms or the people should come and try to take over this, remove this disadvantage. Complexity. It uses multiple platforms and multiple technologies. That is why complexity has been increased. Of course, complexity and the comfort go hand in hand. Take a very simple system, bicycle, it will not give you much comfort. Take a bike of 10 lakhs, so it will be much more comfortable. Flexibility. Flexibility it is flexible. I don't know why it is put it as a disadvantage. Integrate easily with another. Compliance. Compliance in the sense of, for example, the best example can be given for this compliance is nothing but, say for example, any health hazard or any hazard to existing system occur or not by the new device. That is the meaning of compliance. Say for example, does it radiate some radiations like alpha, beta, gamma or X-ray? Okay, this is one. So when you want to dispose it, it should be put in a fire or it should be dig into the earth or something like that. So what all the regulations are being followed or not, comply with the regulations. So these issues should be addressed and they are challenging. Now we shall go for IoT hardware and then sensors. IoT hardware contains 3 parts: sensors, wearable electronics, and standard device. The first one is IoT sensors. IoT sensors. Sensor is an input device which provides an output signal which is used by the say for example with respect to a specific physical quantity input. It is a device that converts the signal from one energy domain to the electrical domain. Output is electrical always. Okay, it is an input device actually which provides an output signal with respect to a specific physical input quantity. Say for example, temperature is converted into its electrical signals. Later it is displayed. So these are various examples. We are not going into the physics and chemistry of the details of the sensors because as engineering discipline and IoT discipline, we are very much interested in using it very much effectively. So what all sensors are there? Color sensor, gas sensor, light sensor, temperature sensor, alcohol sensor, smoke sensor, thermistor, temperature sensor, one more, ultrasonic sounds, IR receiver, water flow sensor, PIR, passive infrared sensor which senses the human being presence, rain sensor, heartbeat sensor, then IR sensor. There are 2 types, transmittive and reflective. IR sensor. IR stands for infrared rays. Touch sensor can be used as a switch or some controlling device. Humidity sensor. Humidity is nothing but water content per cubic centimeter in the air, which varies as per the months of the year, like seasons. Photosensor, gyroscope. Gyroscope, let me tell you at this particular moment, gyroscope is a system which rotates in among all the three directions, x-axis, y-axis and the z-axis also. It rotates, and which can be used to create a stable platform in space ventures. Soil moisture sensor, this classification is there, active and passive. Sensor that require power is an active. A general terminology in electronics is that the system which uses power or energy source or a battery or something that delivers the potential, that is nothing but the active. Example is the lidar. Lidar is nothing but light detection and the rays, which is used to measure the distance. The second is the passive, which do not require the power. Example, many are there, radiometer, film photography, many are there. So some say for example, light falls on an silver oxide coated film in the camera. The light falls on it and makes some chemical changes. Here the necessity of any energy source will not come. So that is why it is passive. Lidar extra information is given. If someone is interested, he can read it. Remote sensing method in this particular area, the lidar, light ranging and detection, can be used. Other classification of sensors. Analog and digital sensors also. The sensors are also classified in the way how the signal is available, whether it is analog signal or digital signal. Analog signal, as you know it very well, which is having all the continuous values over a time axis, and digital, they are discrete valued signals. Produce an analog output is continuous output with respect to the quantity being measured. Digital are discrete in nature. Now there is a list of different types of sensors. Actually, the snap, the image was being shown. Now we are putting it in the text. Like just you can just read it. Temperature sensor, proximity. Let me tell you here only because some of the information are if they are given in the listing time itself, though the initial impression in the audience mind will be created. Proximity in the sense nearness, how much the object is nearing. It is used in smart cars, okay, or unmanned vehicles. It is used. Proximity. Accelerometer is a one where the rate of change of speed is an acceleration that is measured. It is used to detect the speed of the vehicle. IR sensor, infrared sensor. IR sensor, again it can be used for object detection. One step ahead, object counting also it can be used. Pressure sensor, it can be other way called as a load cell, where the pressure is nothing but force per unit square area. Pressure, how much pressure? It is used to measure the weight also. Light sensor, light, how much light is falling, whether it is a darkness during, it can be used to distinguish between the day and night, to automate a system. So for example, simple a porch light can be made on and off using the light sensor. Ultrasonic sound sensor, it is the one which can be used in underwater also as well as in the air also. Again it is used to detect the object as well as the distance. So forthcoming we have this is a little bit ultrasonic sensor. A transmitter will be there, ultrasound, okay, which is not falling in the audible spectrum, which is nothing but 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. It will be something which cannot be heard by the human ear. So the one is the transmitter. It goes and hits the object and comes back and rests it. So the time taken using that calculation, it can measure the distance. The next one is smoke, gas and alcohol sensor. These are combined to in a single domain, like a smoke or a gas or ethane gas, carbon dioxide gas can be detected. The same is used in by the traffic police by using the alcohol sensor. Touch sensor. As it is well known that our human body, including the hand, have some static electricity. That static electricity, when it is touched an object, that is nothing but the touch sensor, it will create the static electricity gets induced another static electricity in the touched object. So using that, it can control something. Color sensor, whether it is red, green, RGB colors can be very well detected. Humidity sensor. Humidity is nothing but, as I said, the amount of water vapor present in the atmosphere. Tilt sensor. It is making an angle with a horizontal. So that also is a measure. Flow and level sensor. Flow, water flow. How much water, liters of water is flowing, that can also be measured, as well as the level, water level in the tank can be very well measured. And now all the listed sensors, because the sensors are the without that the IoT system will be little bit like a handicap. We cannot imagine a system, IoT system without a sensor. So we are little bit more elaborating the already listed what you can say, sensor. Temperature sensor, which will be the one or two I shall explain so that the remaining will be on the same line. It will be having the three terminals. One will be the VCC, another will be the ground, the next one will be the signal. Okay. The signal is nothing but it touches the a metal plate where the temperature has to be measured. It is a touch type of temperature sensor. On the other hand, nowadays we are using IR, contactless temperature measuring device, where infrared rays are being shoot on the material, their parameter change, and when they received back, the change in the parameter are observed, measured, and the temperature is being calculated. That is the contactless. This is contact type of temperature measuring, LM35. This is in a different package. Package is thermistor. This is thermistor. Okay. Its resistance change. It is having only 2 leads. It is equivalent to a resistance. This is thermistor. So it is having R1. Say for example, approximately 100 ohms. So no light falling. So when light falls on it, that is nothing but R1 dash equal to approximately, say for example, 50 ohms when light falls on it. So it is something like a variable resistor based on temperature, that is degree centigrade. Some description. The changes in the temperature correspond to the change in the physical properties, the resistance or the voltage. Temperature sensors are used everywhere, like computers, mobile phones, automobiles, air conditioning systems, and industry. Temperature is one of the important parameters. Even we should have the awareness of about the temperature. Proximity sensors, as nearness, as I said, how much it is that detects the presence of an object. It is present in the mobile itself. When we hold the hand to the air, the screen goes off. A proximity sensor will be there by the side of the earpiece of the mobile. That is the mobile phone. Car, parking sensor. In the parking system, the car can be managed with the proximity sensor. Proximity sensors can be implemented using a different technology, how it is being designed, which is using the Hall effect. Hall effect is nothing but some mechanism where the object is made identified. Inductive proximity sensor, the one, this is the face. Another one is next one is the IR sensor. It is a light based sensor. It is a proximity sensor which is used for again object detection. There are two types, transmittive type. The one usually a photodiode is used and a transmitter and IR LED is used. They are facing each other. Okay. When the object passes in between, say in between an object passes, it is detected. The another one is the reflective type of IR sensor. In this, transmitter and detector are the same location. Transmitter and receiver, same location. Transmitter, the ray goes and comes back and received back. Okay, the object will be at the other end. It will not be cutting the path of the ray. So this is a reflective type of IR sensor where the transmitter and receiver are the same size. Like ultrasonic sensor, it is used to measure the distance as well as the velocity of an object. The distance and the velocity, ultrasonic. Distance is observed, the time is observed, and the distance and the time and the velocity are related to each other by a formula. That is as simple as that. It based on the properties of the sound wave. Properties of the sound wave. The frequency greater than the human audible range. As we know, human audible range is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So above 20 kilohertz is known as ultrasound. Ultra means more than the audible range. That is, audible range is 20 kilohertz. More than 20 kilohertz, that is the. So they are the wave. Those waves are being used. Here comes an image of ultrasound. It is similar to a usual speaker. We usually call a loudspeaker, which will be having a permanent magnet. Permanent magnet will be there, which is producing the permanent magnetic field, and inside that an coil will be there. Coil. In the coil there will be a copper winding. The two leads of the copper winding will be connected to the amplifier, where the signal, audio signal is amplified, increased in amplitude. It is the amplifier and given to this coil. Okay, and because of the magnetic field produced by the coil and the permanent magnetic field, they interact each other. And coil is made to move to and fro, because the magnetic field produced will be having continuously changing its polarity, north south, south north, north south, south north, like that, and the permanent magnet is having a fixed north south polarity. There will be an interaction between the field, and because of that interaction, a movement of the coil is produced, and that movement coil is connected to a wafer diaphragm. One end of the diaphragm, interior end, is connected to the moving coil, and the exterior end of the speaker is connected to a fixed frame, and such an environment is created where when a audio signal is passed through the coil, which is inside the permanent magnet, vibrations are created, and those vibrations are nothing but the audio. That is a song, audio, or text, whatever the audible information is generated. Humidity sensor. Humidity sensor. A VCC will be there, ground will be there, signal will be there, humidity. The air can go inside here, the grooves you can see, air it can go inside, and the water present in the air is detected. We come now to the variable electronics, where depending on the body part used, it is classified. Helmets and glasses used by the head. Okay. The jewelry and collars used neck. It is used some like cats and all that. Watches, wristbands and rings are used on the arm. Clothing, backpacks are used in the abdominal part, that is torso part. Socks and shoes are used in the, so these can be made smarter. Standard devices. After the variable devices, we come to the standard devices, where we list out three standard devices. The one is the desktop, the another one is the tablet, the third one is the cell phone. Desktop provides the highest level of control. So you can see highest level of the control. Processors will be there, more powerful in the sense, of course. Tablet is also having more powerful, but there has to be some difference between the processor and the performance. Obviously, the system becomes smaller, the restrictions will be more, the capabilities obviously are going to decrease. So the more powerful is the desktop one. Highest level of control can be achieved over a system. The second one is tablet provides access to the key features. Not all the parameters controlled, unlike the desktop. In the tablet, the key features of the other systems can be controlled. The third one is cell phone. Essential settings and modifications can be controlled. Now, mobile phones give limited control, you can say, only essential. Additional standard devices along with the tablet, desktop, tablet and mobile, we have the routers and switches which are helping in networking, computer networking more precisely. A switch is designed to connect the computers within a network, and a router is designed to connect the multiple networks. That is the difference between the routers and the switches. Switch is within the network. Router is multiple networks together. So that is how the additional standard devices like routers and switches are being used in the IoT paradigm. The scenario is explained with the image. A switch and a network. So we have in a network, file server is there, printer is there, laptop is there, the gaming console will be there, then what you can say, other family members desktop, this is the television. So these are all in a network which is using a switch, and this network is connected to another network via the router. That is the difference between the router and the switch. Again, using another illustration, you can find out the difference between the router and the switch. A router, this is one network, another network, a router is there. So inside the router, inside the network, a switch is there. This is the switch, this is another switch. So this is the way how the difference between the router and the switch happens to be. After studying IoT hardware and related information, now we move to the IoT software. IoT software is mainly having the four parts. The when IoT software related specifically, it is what it is responsible for. It is responsible for data collection. Then it is responsible for device integration, real-time analysis, and application process extension. One by one, we shall try to understand. Data collection. As the name itself indicates, there are various actions or processes are being done on the data. Manages the sensing, which data, from where the data has to be sensed, that is the manages the data. Second one is measurements, how they should be measured. Filtration, data filtration, unwanted should be removed. In the wanted data, which is of highest priority, filtration. Data security is being performed. Aggregation of the data is also done. And also it uses some protocols to help or aid the sensors in connecting with the real-time scenario, as well as machine-to-machine networks. That is under the data collection. The second one is device integration. As it is everywhere known, any system, take for example this desk or this particular dice, many components, many parts will be there of different nature. They may include wood, glass, metal, like that. They have to be integrated by a binding process. That is what software supports integration bind. Integration binds. That is dependent relationships is the meaning of bind. Dependent relations. Person A and B are interdependent on each other. So that means binds. All system devices to create a single body of an IoT system. So this is known as device integration, as if they work as a single entity. Okay, that is the meaning how the systems work. Okay, it should not work like one component on its own way or nothing like that. Single entity. Real-time analysis. Take the data from various devices in the real time and convert it into the viable actions or clear patterns for human analysis. Clear patterns like bar chart, pie charts, or a 2D or 3D graph, where human being can analyze, understand very easily and present it in front of others to convince them, which helps in taking the decision. That is the real-time analytics. Application and process extension. Existing system, it should be explained like this. Existing systems are there and their capabilities are at present lesser. They can be extended to allow wider and become more effective system. Their capabilities are increased. Existing system. Already one system is there. Say for example, in a field, there are two sensors in the two corners of a field. So few more sensors are used. Water sensors, humidity sensors, in every corner, wherever necessary, depending on the slope of the field, depending on some other parameters. Say water will not reach there. So the more effectiveness of watering the plants in a field can be made. So that is how more effective systems can be generated using or extending the existing system. Next one is the IoT technology and protocols. Let me list them. NFC and RFID. NFC stands for near field communication. RFID stands for radio frequency identification. So these are helping us in IoT systems to sense the person or an object. NFC can be put it in a like a card, and it can, when it comes to near another system, it identifies. Already some credit cards and debit cards and personal IDs are embedded with this NFC and RFID. Rest of the things today we shall close today's class, and tomorrow we shall have protocol definition, RFID, NFC, the NFC Zigbee, and common uses of IoT. Okay, then IoT with respect to the media and marketing in the advertisement and customer, how it operates. So that we shall see in the tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.